This notice was posted at my local supermarket right after the banking crisis. They could not get any change and forced customers like me who pay by cash to overpay.
What's going on, guys? It's STG. I actually have been wanting to make this video. I've been contemplating it for the last few days, so I'm gonna be making it now. And let me give you guys a little update. So about a week ago, I went to a bank, multiple banks actually. I did a little coin roll hunting. So I got a few rolls of coins. I got 2 rolls of dollars and a roll of $half. So I'm going to try to do that in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. Guys, I want to talk to you about something in the community that I've been noticing in the last couple of weeks. So basically, we got an issue here with Bullion, guys. What's been going on with Bullion? Why haven't people been able to get Bullion lately? You know, I've been hearing forums lately. I've been hearing videos from people's channels. I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on here where people go to coin shops, guys, and they can't find any silver. They can't find any gold. They haven't been able to buy what they want. All the generic stuff has been sold out. All the stuff that's popular, like the kangaroos, the Britannias, all that stuff is sold out, guys. Well, let me break this down for you guys. So basically, I think it's true. I've been watching people like Silver Bar Stacker, who has his own shop, guys. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to that. He even mentioned in his last video, it's been a little bit harder for him to acquire certain things. He's definitely noticed a greater demand when he buys from his wholesalers, that they're requiring minimums. I believe he referenced SD Bullion. I saw something, I think it was SD Bullion, who had a $500 minimum temporarily on orders, which, you know, the average person probably is not going to spend $500, guys, at a time. Maybe if they've been saving for a while, they're going to buy $500 worth of silver or gold. I don't know. But guys, this whole thing has been crazy. You've seen the price of silver go up in the last few weeks. You've seen the price of gold hit record highs, near $2,050 an ounce now, guys. And what's going on here? Why is this demand for bullion so prevalent? Well, guys, as you all know, the banking crisis, which occurred in early March, occurred about a month ago, guys. Ever since then, you know, I've heard stories. I saw Silver and Cigars video. He was unable to exchange his large bill for smaller bills. I've seen videos of, I forgot who it was. He tried going to different banks and he wanted to see if there were any withdrawal limits. Some of them had them, some of them didn't. I guess it also depends on where you live, guys. I happen to live in New York City. There's tons of banks all over here. And what I noticed when I went coin roll hunting, guys, and I've been going into banks a little bit more recently, is that sometimes I would go into banks and there would be lines. Other times there wouldn't be any lines. More recently, guys, when I go into banks, I was shocked to see there were lines in banks. You know, I've been doing coin roll hunting since last year. I go into dozens of banks, as you've seen in my videos. You guys could check out my older videos where I go into almost 30 banks in one day. You know, most of the banks don't have lines, maybe 1 or 2 people. But guys, I've definitely noticed an uptick in the number of people waiting on the lines. I don't know if this has to do with the banking crisis. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but I noticed there was more people on lines in the bank. That's just been my personal experience. As far as cash, I haven't really had the need to take out large sums of cash. I have been asking for rolls of coins, and it seems that I've been able to still get them. I asked for a couple rolls of dollar coins, no problem. They actually had rolls. I went to a branch where I've never been before, and I also got this $half roll. They gave me that, no problem. That was the only $half roll, and they had tons of dollar coin rolls, no problem. So, from my personal experience, yes, the banks have been busier. There hasn't been any real limits on the amount of withdrawals. I haven't had any issues. I've exchanged some cash as well, smaller for larger bills. I haven't had any issue with that. So I guess it really depends on where you live. Now, I visited a few of my coin shops that I normally go to. One guy, he told me he sold, I went to him a few weeks ago, and he told me in one day, I think he sold like a few hundred ounces of silver. Um, was it a few hundred or a few thousand? I think, no, he told me he sold 3,000 ounces of silver. This was a little bit, this was right, I think right after the banking or right before the banking crisis happened. There was even a demand right before. And I went in there about a couple weeks ago, and he told me he sold a few hundred ounces of silver the day before. So the demand seems to be really strong. And you know what, guys? I went into his shop, and the time before I went, this was right before the whole banking crisis happened. He was low on vintage. Like I said, guys, this is my guy in Chinatown. He's been having trouble getting vintage, and he actually had a little bit more vintage than he did last time. And I had just gone to him just about maybe 2 weeks ago. So he had a little bit more vintage. He had a little bit more in stock. He recently acquired a collection of gold, so he had tons of gold coins. He was pretty flush. I went to a couple of LCSs that are pretty well known, guys, and they basically had tons of stuff, guys. I mean, I picked up these I got a couple of prospector rounds, guys. I didn't buy all of these from them. But where I got these from, guys, check it out. So I placed the order. This was about 3 weeks ago. This is right after the whole banking crisis happened, guys. And normally I pay and they send it out within a day or two, or they wait to get my check and then they wait to send it out. But if I pay online by credit card or PayPal or what have you, they wait a day or two and then they ship it out. I basically waited 5 days and I called them up. I said, "What's going on?" They said they've been overwhelmed with the number of people coming into their shop. They have a lot of back orders. I know Silver Bar Stacker was saying the same thing. For him, he had maybe 15 or 20 back orders, and that wasn't usual for him. Just a small online bullion dealer. And I have an LCS. This was I'm not going to mention the name, but this was in Pennsylvania. And they're telling me it's just been crazy, the demand. So I had to wait over a week for them to ship out my order for normally something that might take a day or two. So that just tells you how crazy busy it's been in other parts of the country. I'm just telling you my personal experience. So I got some of these guys from them. And I also, more locally, I actually purchased one more of those, and I purchased a couple other things I'm going to show in another video. But when I went in, they were basically flush. They had tons of prospector rounds. They probably had about 25, 30 of them. They had a few vintage, tons of Morgans, guys, tons of gold. Of course, their prices were a little high, which probably is why they had inventory. But, if you have the money, obviously it's not hard to get. I went into another well-known bullion dealer, and they pretty much had what they normally have. I happened to stop into them again a few days ago, and basically they pretty much had what they had when I went last time. Picked up a couple things from that. I'm going to show in another video. And my another LCS by me, he pretty much has sold out of a lot of the generic silver coins, the Britannias, the Kangaroos, the Maples, even some ASCs. He has ASCs in stock that, they're a little overpriced compared to the premiums on other world coins. But guys, I have noticed, I would say, a little less inventory in stock compared to normal. It seems like there's an inverse relationship. When the price of bullion goes up, people tend to buy because of FOMO or whatever have you. And when prices go down, people start to sell because they think they're going to lose their house or the clothes off their back. I don't know, guys. That's how people's minds think. I've noticed this time and time again, guys. I don't know why people think like this. I try to buy as much silver and gold when prices are low and try to sell when it's high. Now, I don't know why people buy. I just told you one reason why they might buy when it's high and sell when it's going down or low. So guys, I just want to give you this video. I want to show you something interesting, that Bullion Exchanges, guys, one of the largest sellers of bullion in the United States, replied to me, guys. It was actually in a post that Send to Georgie posted in his community tab, and I had left a comment, and Bullion Exchanges actually saw that comment, guys. I want to give you a little background. I went to Bullion Exchanges with Veteran Metals when he was here, and I met up with him, and I'm going to show you that comment that Bullion Exchanges left for me, guys. So I'm going to pause it right here. Alright, guys, so here's Send to Georgie's community tab. He was all excited and happy that Bullion Exchanges replied to him, guys. So check it out. I left a comment here. This was about a week ago. And I basically said that I met up with Veteran Metals, and basically they never got back to him. So guys, you could see what Bullion Exchanges sent to me. They basically said that they've been experiencing higher demands for the last month or so. So guys, it's not a joke. This is proof here, stated by Bullion Exchanges, that they basically have been busy the last month. It's been crazy for them, guys. All right, thought I'd just show you that. So basically, also, guys, I wanted to show you. So the Silicon Valley Bank failure occurred on March 10th. That was a Friday, guys. So check it out. I got the gold chart for the last 60 days. This is not the right one. Here we go, guys. The last 60 days. And you could see around March 10th, gold was only about $18.25 an ounce. And since the banking crisis happened, guys, it's just been a gradual upward trend in price, guys. We have a new all-time high of around $20.50 an ounce for gold. We could also look at the silver chart, guys, for the past 30 days. And also you could see here, we were at around 21.75, 21.60, somewhere around there, guys. And since then, it's gone up to almost $26 an ounce. Where this goes is anyone's best guess, guys. So that's it for here. I guess I'm done with the video, guys. Alright, guys, welcome back. So as you guys can see, even a large bullion dealer like Bullion Exchanges has been busy for the past month. Guys, I don't know what's going on. A lot of people, I think, are panic buying right now. I think what's going on in the world is not helping prices. There's a lot at play here, guys. I'm hoping that the prices of bullion will go down in the near future as the dust starts to settle and people's fears have been assuaged. Guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I just want to put this disclaimer out. I just wanted to do this video and talk about what's going on currently, at least in the US. I can't speak for other countries, but right now, guys, there seems to be a somewhat shortage or run on silver in the US, guys. I'm not finding it hard to purchase silver. I know dealers who still have really good prices where you can buy silver for under $30 an ounce. Guys, please do your homework before you make any purchases. Don't give in to fear and temptation. Prices are high now. My personal advice is to wait until prices go down. Do not give in to the hype, guys. Be smart, be sensible. You know, most people will say silver and gold or precious metals are not an investment. They're a hedge against inflation, yes. So just be cautious. Wait for the price to drop, guys. Do your dollar cost averaging. Do your homework. Look at the trend in prices. Wait for a low in the price of silver or gold to appear. Look at the past couple months to see what it's been at. And just be patient, guys. What goes up must come down, right? You know, people say gold or silver might, go to X amount. You know, they're afraid the world's going to end, this and that. The price of metals is going to skyrocket, blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit, right? But what evidence do they have? Are they Nostradamus? Do they know the future? No one knows the future, guys. No one knows how the price of gold or silver is, if it's going to go up or down. I think my personal opinion is that it's going to go down a little bit, and then eventually in the long run, it's going to go up. So guys, just wait for the price to go down, because these price levels are not sustainable over the long term. And that's just my opinion, guys. You don't have to agree with it, but that's just my opinion. All right, guys, I just want to also mention one of the banks that went under. I'm not going to name which bank it is. I actually know someone who is currently working there. They do not work there full time. They work as a contractor, and they're still working there, at least for the short term. I don't know what the long-term plan is for them once they do finish their work, as the bank is no longer accepting new customers. The bank is in government receivership right now. So I'd like to talk to him if I can, maybe give you guys a little bit of inside information if I can, and we'll see what happens, guys. So far, people don't realize that every year there are a lot of banks that fail. If you look at the historical average of how many banks have failed over the past 20 years, guys, you'll be surprised. I think in the last 10 years or so, maybe on average, there's maybe 8 or 12 or somewhere around that range number of banks that fail. I'm just basing it on what I've seen in the past. So guys, I understand they might not have been as large as these banks that recently failed, but this happens. This is what happens, guys. And unfortunately, in the case of one of them, the government knew in advance and kind of shut the bank down as a precaution to prevent more catastrophic things from happening. So guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And I just want to thank everyone. I appreciate everyone watching, and thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and as always, stack that gold.